guys, I'm Fidelis Anene. Today I want to talk about a very wonderful topic on this platform. I hope you enjoyed the last video and so many videos on our platform. Today the topic I want to talk about is the power of a list. When I'm talking about the power of a list, I'm talking about the power of goal setting. Goal setting. If you want your life to be dynamic, begin from today to set goals for your life, set targets. You don't just live your life anyhow. You must set specific goals to actualize your dreams. When you have a dream, having a dream is not enough. You must set goals to actualize it. Some people, they commonize this aspect of success. They believe that once they have an idea or they want to do something, they just do it anyhow. They can just do it without being organized. Goals organize your life, makes you to work towards your dream. When you set goals, you turn yourself into something else. Goals can turn your life around. You need to set goals for your life. If you want to achieve success, if you want to be dynamic in whatever you do, if you want to start achieving success, if you want to transform your life, if you want to be different, set goals for your life. I want to teach you about this power of setting goals. It's a very wonderful tool of success. If you want to be successful, you can't discount it. You can't commonize it. You can't say it's unnecessary. It is necessary. Goal setting, the power of a list. Write down your goals about your dreams, about your ambitions, about what you want to do, about your life. There are short-term goals, there are long-term goals. Sit down and write down your goals. What do you want to achieve this month? What is your goal for this year? What is your lifetime goal? You must do this. It's very paramount. You want to begin creating success. You want to be different. You want to belong to the 5% of people who are doing great. You must set goals. Look at the Western countries. Some of them who are doing very great. This is one of the powers they have been using. They set goals and they go for it. President John F. Kennedy had a great dream. He wanted to put an American on the moon. He told the experts, this is his dream. The experts told him it could not be done. It is simply impossible. He told them it had to be done. That there must be a way out. He connected American scientists and inspired them to build an aircraft, a rocket that could take a man to the moon. Because President John F. Kennedy has told these experts, these scientists, that this dream must be done and is realizable, they started thinking of a way out. Do you know what President John F. Kennedy did? It was in 1961 when President John F. Kennedy conceived this idea of putting an American into the moon. President John F. Kennedy set up a 10-year goal, a 10-year plan to actualize this dream. It became an American dream. The scientists became inspired. They started looking for ways and means to make this thing impossible, to make this thing a possibility. Do you know that less than 10 years after President John F. Kennedy set up this goal, America put the first man into the moon? Neil Armstrong, exactly 20th July 1969, stepped on the moon, stepped on the surface of the moon. It was a global event. So many people all over the world were challenged. America put the first man into the moon. It was because of a goal that somebody has set. You know that by the time this dream was realized, that President John F. Kennedy was already dead. He didn't live to see, but he set up that goal, inspired others who were alive to actualize his own dream, the American dream, and it happened. That's the power of a goal. what goals can do so much. Manuel was inspired to become the first president of the Philippine Islands. He was also having a dream to bring independence to that country. It was in 1910. It was so impossible as at that time. However, Napoleon Hill encouraged him to write down his dreams and set up a goal to actualize that dream. Did you know that 24 years and 6 months from the time Manuel set up this goal, he achieved independence for the Philippine Islands. He also became the first president of the free country. That is the power of goal setting. You might think it's something that you just commonize. It's very powerful. It works. It works. It works like magic. Goal setting. Somebody like Jim Rohn, he told his own story. He normally tells the seminar audience how he struggled so many years of his life. He said that, Jim Rohn said that from the age of 19 to the age of 25, he was a struggling man, living from hand to mouth, got married, was barely feeding, even barely feeding his family. He could not provide the basic necessities of life for his family. He didn't understand the principles of success. He was just getting by. And something happened that changed that for Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn said that at the age of 25, he met a man who started to direct his life. He told him, he said the first time he met the man wanted to start coaching him. The man said, "Where is your list?" He said, "What do you mean by lists?" He said, "Where is your list of goals?" Jim Rohn said, "I don't know anything about that and I don't have a list." He said, No, there's where we have got to stop. You must have a list of goals. No wonder, I said, I can guess your bank balance now. I can guess that your bank balance is within a few pennies because you are not a goal setter. You think you can just live life just like that. Jim Rohn began to think. He told Jim Rohn, "Now, bring a paper, write down your list of goals. Now, let's start from there. That is where we have got to start. If not, I'm not ready to be your coach." Jim Rohn started listening to that personal coach. The man told him how to set goals and including other principles of success. He said that from the age of 25 to the age of 31, he became a multi-millionaire and started doing great. He started doing consultancy for big businesses. He started making a lot of money. It was the power of goals. One of the things that made Jim Rohn so outstanding in life was this power of goal setting. Somebody like Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie, early in life, very early in life, he has set his goals. He outlined his list of goals. He said, "Look at my goals. This is the way I want my life to be." Some people, they don't even give this a thought. They think that you just come out of the world, you walk left, you walk right, you walk front, you walk back, not knowing where you're going. You don't live life like that. That's not the way to live life. You must be directional. If you are going to Lagos today, you cannot just get to the back and if they ask you where are you going, say anywhere you are going, take me. Do you see the difference? You will say, "I'm going to Lagos." They will not follow the route of people going to Lagos. And most of the times, people that follow the route of people going to Lagos, if God help them and nothing happens, they will get there. That's how goal is. It directs your life. It makes your life dynamic. It makes you to discipline yourself to actualize that, to begin to take serious those things. So, Andrew Carnegie, at that early age, he wrote down his goals in life. He said the first part of his life, he was going to use it to educate himself. First part of his life is education. The second part of his life, he was going to use it to make money. After getting an education, the next is for him to make money. He said the remainder of his life, that's the third phase of his life, he was going to use it to share that wealth You know that exactly as Andrew Carnegie wrote down that dream when he was very young. Remember that Andrew Carnegie came from a very poor background, but wrote down his goals where he was young, why he has not made money. He had not made money. Those goals inspired him, followed him, energized him, empowered him, till he became what he dreamt of. He set goals. Andrew Carnegie became the wealthiest man in the world. After he had made money, he sold that steel company for a very huge sum of money and then started sharing his wealth. He built public libraries, he built universities, colleges, schools where people will go and learn and get education. All these libraries, books will be put that people will read and understand the principles of success. He shared his wealth to empower so many people, so many organizations, so many people, even till today. Carnegie is dead many years ago, but what he instituted on planet Earth still speaks till today. He sponsored what Napoleon Hill did. He partially sponsored it when he took that message to the world about the principles of success. It was Andrew Carnegie that inspired Napoleon Hill to carry that message to the world and partially sponsored it. Andrew Carnegie contributed significantly to this planet we are today due to the power of goal setting. You want your life to be dynamic, you want to be successful, you want to be different from others, then use the power of goal setting to transform your life today. Begin today. Don't commonize it. Don't think it's something that is new to you, that you have not been doing it. Give it a try. You will be surprised. You will be surprised what will happen to you, how your life will change, how your life will transform. People will see you. If you start today to write down your list of goals and to order your life with those goals, work towards those goals, in the next 1 year, people will see you, they won't recognize you. Your life is going to be different. So I want to encourage you to use this power of goal setting. In 2013, I had some goals that I wanted to achieve in my life, and I went a step further to write down those goals. I brought out a piece of paper, and I wrote down my 2 major goals this year. Number 1, I wanted to publish a printed inspirational book. I have introduced this book. I used to introduce it in most of my videos. This book came out of goal. I just wrote it down. Honestly, when I was writing down the goal of publishing and organizing this book, I did not know how I'm going to publish it. I didn't know a lot of things. There were so many things that were confusing me. But I just wrote it that I want to publish a printed. Before I knew it, because I wrote it down and I was working towards it, I began to ask questions, began to make inquiries. Before I knew it, this book came out and it was launched. It was a success. Very big success. It was my first printed book. The second goal I wrote that 2013 was that I was going to get married. 2013. Actually, it was not difficult realizing that dream, especially that one of marriage, because that was when I was at the peak of my career. I was doing very well, and so many people, I dated some girls. Immediately they come to my house, they see how beautiful that place is, they turn into something else. You know, some of them will start demanding excessively. So all those kind of things, I experienced all those things. So it was kind of setback. So I lost 2 relationships, went just like that. So I had written down that goal, that I have had relationships from maybe 2011 to that 2013. So that 2013, I was serious. I said, I must get married this 2013. I remember one of my friends, when I was saying this, he said, how are you going to do it? Have you seen the person? I think this one has just left now. Do you have any other one? I said, don't worry, it's this year. I didn't know how it was going to happen. Do you know that in 2013, the first time I ever set my eyes on my wife was October 2013. I met my wife in October 2013 and I did my launching that same October 2013. November, we were doing our introduction. And I said I wanted everything fast. They were just surprised looking at me. Lo and behold, we wanted that marriage to be December, that traditional marriage. Something happened and we now shifted it to 4th of January 2014. So I successfully got married. I wrote those goals. I picked out those goals and I said fulfilled. So when I got married, I introduced my wife to this power called goal setting. So we set goals too. As married couples, we wrote down our dreams and goals. Said this is what we want in the first year. This is what we want in the second year. This is how we want it. It was like sending a blueprint to God. So sometimes even when we wanted to pray, we will lift it up as if we have already gotten those things achieved. Some of them were very difficult ones. So we realized some of those dreams. Some of them we are having babies. Some of them we are increasing income. We started achieving those dreams. Sometimes my wife will just come up and say, this one, we wrote it, or we have achieved this dream. We wrote this one, sometimes you just take it as that's the power of goal setting. If you want your life to be dynamic, utilize this power of goal setting. People will wonder what is happening to your life. They will be looking at you as a mystery. It's not mystery. These are simple principles that the creator of the universe gave to us as humans for us to use and live a successful life. But the problem is that so many people have neglected these salient areas of their life. These very important things. You see, countries, they set goals, what they will achieve in the next 4 years. They will set goals on it, have their master plan. Begin today to set goals. Have a master plan for your life. Don't live your life carelessly. Don't live your life as if you are somebody who doesn't have direction. Have a direction for your life. Set goals today and your life is going to be dynamic. I'm encouraging you to join our platform. This platform, I know, is going to change a lot of lives. It's a rich platform where people can come and learn and have so many trainings, so many wonderful videos, so many wonderful trainings, some in form of webinars, some in form of live streams, but we are going to be doing a lot. Just stay in the platform for 6 months or 1 year, you'll be surprised. You can subscribe for monthly, pay a monthly subscription, a little monthly subscription fee. Presently it's 1,500 naira. You have access to the website every month. You pay 1,500, you have access. You can pay monthly. You can also pay a yearly subscription fee and then have access, unlimited access to all these wonderful materials that is going to transform your lives. I want to encourage you to join our platform. This is the real revolution. You are looking for a revolution? Here is it. Something that will transform your life. Something that will build you to become something you never expected. Something that will make your life unique, make you exceptional, so that you will not go around complaining. Even when you are working for somebody, you have to set goals. I set goals while I was working in a company to become an entrepreneur. I saw so many people who didn't set goals. While we were working, they were laughing at me because I took time to set goals that I'm going to be an entrepreneur, and I started training myself while I was a paid employee. The first salary I made, I went to Lagos to buy products and materials that I will use to train myself. I set all those goals and I followed it up. Some of them that were laughing at me, once I started doing it, I left the job and I started doing well. They were just amazed. They were just amazed. My life became so dynamic. And your life can be dynamic too. Your life can change. You can be an inspiration to somebody today if you set goals for your life. There is a power. Brian Tracy, he said there is a power that goes between your brain and your hand when you sit down to write your list of goals. There is something that goes in. You know, Brian Tracy, he was doing very badly too until he got this idea of setting goals. He said his life transformed. His income skyrocketed overnight. So don't joke with it and don't commonize it. Also, you can get a copy of this book, Living a Fearless Life. Just go to the platform, you will see a link that says books and products. Once you get to that platform, you will see how you can place order for this book, Living a Fearless Life. This book is selling very well, it's loaded, it has wonderful content that will inspire you. This also, you can also purchase. Is go to the books and products section of the site too, and also place order. I encourage you to do everything possible to become successful. Be an inspiration to somebody today. Be a change agent to this generation, and your life will not remain the same. I want to see you at the top.